Gotta look up the LA Girl Foundation. I gotta find it on the internet. I gotta see what they claim it does. Before I film my video, it was so important. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. You guys, we have a foundation to review. I'm so excited, and you guys are probably like, bitch, it is about time. I know. It is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. Everyone's reviewing it except for me. I literally, like, every time I went to buy it online, I'd be like, oh, and I'd get sidetracked. Like, I'd put it in my cart, like safe and sound, I'd tuck it in my cart, and I'd be like, I'll be right back for you. And then I'd come back, and it would be out of stock. Mother effer. And it happened everywhere I went. So finally I was like, okay, do this all at once so you can quit being a piece of shit. So now I have the foundation in my hand. I picked up the shade Ivory. It's GLM 671, and I'm not gonna lie, this might be really light, because, you know, just as like a comparison, this is the color I'm used to wearing and making work, because like it's very similar. So this is my Dior foundation. So that's the color like that I'm used to being the lightest color. And so, you know, per my usual, I just picked up the lightest shade because I'm normally the lightest shade. Until today. But you get 1 fluid ounce of this foundation. It is a whole $10, and I'm on their website right now, and basically the description says, with a soft and suede-like finish, the Pro Matte Foundation will have you covered and shine-free all day. Creamy liquid formula provides smooth and buildable coverage for both day and nighttime wear. Minimize the appearance of pores and fine lines for an even soft focused effect. I wish I had $1 for every time something claimed to be a soft focused effect, because it never happens. Now I'm done reading that. I'm already not interested. I am super curious though to try this out. Now I am going to give them props right from the start, because one moment. One of the first foundations I tried and started to play around with on my channel were this was the LA Coverage High Definition Illuminating Foundation. You guys, this was without a doubt one of the most beautiful foundations I have ever tried. This was the foundation in the shade Fair, and then this was the lightening color that you could add to it to make it your color, which is brilliant, by the way. But this is, it was so stunning on the skin, but within 2 hours I looked absolutely hideous, but before that I looked stunning. So it was by far one of my, like, oh my god, beautiful foundations, until I walked outside and waited a couple hours, and then I was like, oh my god. So I was really excited when they came out with this, because I'm really hoping that this might be as beautiful as that, but, you know, maybe for my oily ass self. Now I have already went ahead and I primed my skin. Obviously I used my Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For, which, if you're new here, that's what I use pretty much every time. This little guy right here. And then I did give myself a little spurts of the Photo Finish Primer Water by Smashbox. I just really like it. I like giving it, it feels good. It's a good minute for me. So as I said, this is the shade Ivory, and we're just gonna go ahead. It has a pump. Yes, queen. And I'm very excited. I forgot this had a pump. For $10. Good job, because I can name about 13 foundations, you know, Estee Lauder, MAC, a bunch of other ones that they're not smart enough yet, even though they charge you $400 for your foundation, to give you a damn pump. So let's go ahead, let's put some of this on the back of our hand here. Maybe we should shake it like a Polaroid picture. Okay, actually, you know what's sad? Yes, it's probably a little too light for me, but it's pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. Where's my mirror? Alrighty, got you guys good and zoomed in. This is a traveler for sure. It's going all over my hand. We're gonna take some on my beauty sponge here, and we are gonna start. We always do one side. Oh, that's really light. We always do one side first with a blender, and then another one with the brush, and we kind of like to see on this channel which one applies it best on my textured ass skin, just so you guys know. And I know that this is a little bit light. That's okay. We will end up making it work. That's kind of how we do things over here. Because when you're pasty, there's nothing ever in your shade. Okay, I still have like a ton of redness left over, and I used like all 3 pumps of that was on my hand. Now that could be in part just because it's so light, and a lot of times if you're using a foundation, if you're this pale and it's even a little bit lighter, it'll like kind of accentuate, I don't even say accentuate, but it'll still show through a lot of the redness, because at this point you're basically trying to cover red with white. It's not working so well. So let's go ahead, we're going to try the other side with a brush and hope for something a little bit better. And per usual, we are going in with the Morphe Y6. This is a really nice foundation brush. I really like it. And we're just going to see if the stippling factor can help us in our quest for coverage on the other side of our face, hopefully without too much of this foundation running off my hand. Wow. So with a brush in one little coat, I already have more coverage than I had with the Beauty Blender. Like, that's crazy. Paige, there's a whole effing forehead up there. How about you actually get some of that? I get a lot of texture with a brush on this one, like a ton of texture, but I do think that overall you get a lot better coverage than this side. Plus I feel like the Beauty Blender side is a little bit more matte looking and a little more see-through than this side. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit more, after we drop our life on the ground, we're going to take a little more foundation and we're going to kind of stipple it over the bad spots on this side, and then we're going to smooth everything out with a Beauty Blender. Like, look at the difference in coverage just by like stippling it over. And then a lot of times what I like to do is just go over top of that with a Beauty Blender and kind of try to smooth out some of those spots. I don't know though, we'll see how this goes, because that's a lot. Like, you guys literally, like, look at the texture with the brush. I don't know if it's ever going to pick up on camera, but there is so much texture with a brush. Holy crap. Well, suffice to say, your girl's gone, look at that. Oh my God, I look so funny. I'm going to go bronze and finish up the rest of my face. We will make this work for the day. So far, I'm not loving the way it sits on the skin, but like, in all fairness, I don't normally love the way anything sits on my skin at this point in the game. Like, I'm one of those people that I have to have all of it on. You guys, there's a friggin' hair on my face right here somewhere. I literally need tweezers every day of my life because I can feel little hairs, like ones that are stuck in my foundation. Not ones that are like growing out of my face, but ones that are just like stuck somehow in the foundation. And I can't ever find them without my tweezers. Not gonna lie, you guys, so far this looks like a bag of dicks on my face. Looks real bad. But we shall hope it gets better. I'm going to go ahead, hurry up off camera real quick, finish up my face. I am in a little bit of a hurry today, so I got to make sure that I stay moving. Oh my God, I got it. I got the effing hair, you guys. Oh, ho, ho. Yes, sweet Jesus. Okay, I'll be right back now that that crisis is over. Whew. Alright, you guys, I got my entire face finished up. It's just a real quick, simple look today. Nothing too exciting, but I did want to stop back on real quick before I leave. I don't know what my hair is doing today, but I wanted to stop back on and talk real quick about this foundation. You know what I think is probably the thing that's standing out the most is it's almost too matte. And I don't have a problem with matte foundations. I think that they're good, but I am having a little settling on the sides of my nose, and just overall, like especially over my more textured areas, it doesn't look that great. I am curious though, definitely to wear it throughout the day with this hair. Oh my God. But I am going to go ahead and go wear it throughout the day, and I will stop back in at the end of the day and we will talk about how it wears, what I thought, all that good stuff, and see if this matteness kind of settles out or if it stays a little overwhelming, because right now that's where we're at. But until then, I'm actually going to go ahead and zoom you in real quick so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So hold on. You can kind of see through here what I'm talking about, how it looks just a little bit more matte down in this area, and you can still see a lot of my like redness that pokes through down here, especially anywhere along the jawline. And then the weird like discoloration I'm talking about is right down in this area, like on the sides of my nose. It's getting a little bit weird in the crevices right there, but the other smile lines don't look too bad. The Hulk is all right. But other than that, the rest of my stuff, for the most part, blended pretty well on top of it. I had a little lifting right here and through the nose, but for the most part, I think everything looks pretty good. My eyelashes, like, do you see those lashes? Do you see those bitches? Yuff, queen. I know I don't normally scoot you guys in that close right from like the beginning right now. A lot of times I really like to, you know, let my stuff kind of come through my skin, meld together with my natural oils, and kind of go from there. But for this one, I just wanted you guys to see the same texture I was seeing, so that way at the end of the day, if things do get funny, we'll kind of all understand where we started with redness and you know, the just kind of patchy look of it at the moment. At the moment, I don't love it, but I am curious to see how it wears, if this matteness, like I said, kind of lightens up. So I will stop in at the end of the day and we'll see how it wore. Well, you guys, I'm happy to report that my hair is in just the same amount of disarray as it was this morning when I came to you with the foundation. However, it has been an entire day, and I think that it's important that we take a little look. See, I almost hit myself in the face. Like, I stopped it over here, but it was coming full force for my face. So, you guys, let's talk about this foundation. Didn't go. That was all my chins were just there, like all of them. That was not good. It did not wear that well. It's not the worst foundation, okay? Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, it's awful. But it's not good. Like, it broke up so much around my mouth. Like, this whole area, my forehead, the Hulk, he got pretty hungry and he got broke up. It's just not a good look. My nose only has a little bit of oil, no blotting today, so the oil factor was actually really good. But what I noticed is that I hated the way that my acne and like all of this looked. I hated it. It looked so gross. Like, all day long I kept looking at it like, oh. Again, chins. Paige, why do you have so many chins? Because you like Doritos. But seriously, I don't know. I'm not like living for it. And the other thing I noticed is that all day long it had like a really chalky appearance to it. Like, on camera I think it looks nice, but most foundations do. What really got me is that when I took my thumbnail photos, I was like, damn, like my face looked beautiful on camera. I mean, doesn't it always look beautiful on camera? Duh. But like, it really did. It looked really stunning on camera. I was so impressed. I just hate the level of like oh my God, like, we're gonna do the close-up obviously, and just, oh, I feel like that's the biggest issue. Anywhere that you use like your face or you express any kind of emotion, it's broken. Like through here, my forehead, even like right in this area, it's just like, I'm not loving it. So let's do the close-up real quick so that way we're all on the same page, no pun intended, about my face. So you can see all of the breakage. There you go, lighting. Look at all the breakage. It's not the worst. It's just not the best. It's down here, like my whole chin is super broken up. That's all the oil though from the whole day. So as far as matte, it definitely stayed really true. My whole forehead, you can see, has like a really crepey, broken appearance. My Hulk line, he was kind of hungry, nom, nom, nom. And I'm so weird. And then if you look over like my troubled spots, I feel like they didn't cover that well and they didn't stay covered very well. But as far as like blush, bronzer, and highlight, I think that stayed okay. So I think for me, thank you, focus on the page. I think if I were to like really recommend it, I would say this is one of those foundations that you're gonna have to kind of decide on your own, which I know everyone's like, oh my God, that's every foundation. There are some foundations that I just like recommend because I think they're so good, like my Dior Forever or that new Makeup Atelier one. Like, those are both really good foundations. There's a couple that I just swear by. This is one of those ones that I think it's really going to make a difference based on your skin type. I could see this being a foundation that combination skin people like or that they hate. I'm a super oily skin person. I'm not like obsessed, but I could also see this working as a beautiful mix-in foundation because I think if I could add coverage to it, I really think that it would transform the way that it lasted on the skin and the way it looked overall. So I'm not obsessed with it. It's not like, whoa, 2 thumbs way up. It's getting like a solid like C minus for me right now. You know, that vibe where you're like, you're not a complete idiot, but you don't deserve to fail the course. And I'm kind of right in that range. And I don't know, it's not the worst. I'm definitely, my brows, by the way, were actually normal this morning. Like, did you see how the normal size of my brow? That doesn't happen in my world. I was so excited. But I don't know, you guys, overall, it's not my favorite, but I really hope that this helps you because it helped me a lot kind of determine. I mean, for a $10 foundation, I think it's a great basis if you're super oily, but basis, I think I meant to say base, but that doesn't matter, does it? Because we're about done with this video. So you guys, I hope that this was super helpful to you, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed a drugstore foundation because it's nice to not always be looking at $30, $40, $50, $60, $80, $100 foundations. Am I right? I really enjoyed it, and so did my wallet. You guys, do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below if you like this video, if you like me, and you're like, girl, I could watch you every day. Well, you're in luck because I upload like 5 to 7 times a week. I upload constantly. It feels that way anyway. So you guys, I thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! I look like a crack addict and I have a patchy face, LA girl.